side and Chinese side, they started looking at it. But where do India stand? For over 2000 years, India is one country which was peace-loving. We never went into war with any country. In this BRICS, we can play a bigger role because we are accepted as a superpower. But the world is not going to say accept that. Maybe in 2017 we will be called a superpower. But ultimately we will have that stigma. They will be calling us a soft superpower because we are not advertising ourselves. So time has come when our leaders, like even the Prime Minister last year when he went to Brazil for attending this BRICS meet, he forthright said the bank which was planned should be in India, despite our infrastructure. When China had to show and give such places like Shanghai, where things are so big, so huge, we cannot say no to that. So the bank had to be there. But the entire world accepted. They looked at us, said, yes, an Indian should head a bank like that. It is time. So the bank, and the BRICS bank was modeled, and Prime Minister Modi and other people are able to convince that an Indian, KV Kamath, a former ICICI banker, to be the head of it. And today, from now on, maybe in a month's time, that's in July 9th, we are going to have the next biggest summit for BRICS happening in Russia, where this new chairman will be taking over. So our meeting, initially, when we proposed this, BRICS generation, we thought we should invite Mr. Kamath before taking charge, because he might be free, because after that he will be next 5 years in China, to be with us, give a small address, or bring him in Skype, or somewhere, or at least his predecessor in ICC, founder, Mr. Vagul Narayan, but we couldn't get him. Maybe one of these days, maybe next month or in the concurrent month, we are going to invite him, ask him to tell us about Mr. Kamath, who is going to head this bank for the next 5 years. It will be very relevant because, as you know, Tamil Nadu is in the other end of the spectrum of diplomatic activities. It's all concentrated in Delhi. So we also promoted Tamil Nadu, such a peace-loving place. You can conduct summits, peace meetings, anything. It is definitely a nice place. Maybe the infrastructure is not there, but that's not the hindrance. We have 3 fantastic international airports. It can be anywhere. We can create a fantastic infrastructure for that. Anyway, Brazil, Russia, of course India, China, and South Africa. All these economies constitute the top 15 in the world, and all of them are moving again. Russia, of course, has its own problem. China is definitely in the first and second between America and India is somewhere in the horizon, going to become the 7th largest in the coming years. South Africa is in the lead as a developed economy. Brazil has its own potential because of its inherent resource strength. India, we ourselves have decided, okay, we are Indians, third world country, the upcoming economy. But now BRICS is giving us a confidence that we are going to be a dominant player in the coming years. We are going to be a superpower like our Kalamji dreamt and envisaged and gave an action plan. But we should not be a soft superpower. We should be a superpower in our own rights, in where we are, our own strength. This new development bank has got so much to bring so much of help to our India and to Tamil Nadu. How? That is what we would like to know, we would like to explore in the coming days. UN, there are so much activities. UN's subsidiaries, WHO, IMF, other activities are all centric to government. But finally, the advantage, benefits are going to the people. Now, before a BRICS becomes a bigger movement, If people are going to be sensitized or given some indication what potential it has, I'm sure in the longer run it will be of advantage, because we are in 2015. 2023, the entire Indian population is going to be in the age group of 25 to 35 according to statistics. That means the India which is going to be there in 10 years is going to be are now in school and colleges. And you cannot expect an IAS officer or a bureaucrat or a minister or a chief minister to come to school level. It is us, a small team of people, which we call ourselves as the BRICS generation. The UN era is still there, BRICS generation is blooming new. So this new development bank is going to have a president. He is supposed to be for 5 years. The board of governors is going to be the Russian. A board of directors chair will be headed by a Brazilian, and it is going to be headquartered in Shanghai. So the bank's strength is going to be $50 billion. Its initial capital. So it can be as good as the IMF, as good of a funding agency to create infrastructure of a Brazil, of India, and our own chairman is there, and our own fund is also there, and we will be having a say in where the fund is going to be deployed. These are the earlier summits. The next summit, which is on 8th and 9th, is going to be in Ufa, Russia. And that is going to decide where the next summit is going to be. Maybe it can be in India. If it is in India, at least we will have at least 12 more months to project our cases. Don't forget Tamil Nadu, not the entire summit, at least one section of a summit, at least a sports in BRICS, at least tourism in BRICS can be hosted in our place. We have a Crown Plaza Hotel in Chennai, or we have a vast peaceful land from Thoothukudi to Nagapattinam to Kanyakumari, where we can create a beautiful infrastructure to host such a big meeting. As I said, BRICS generation, we are going to sensitize South India on BRICS activity in the longer run. For example, sports. See, we have a Bhaskar who is an Olympian. He had his golden time while he was in the Olympic team as a captain in Russia. So his experience is not there utilized by even Indian team, Indian hockey team. But he is in Chennai. We can ask him to come here and make a presentation for a elite gathering of sports people from BRICS, among BRICS, maybe in the coming days. This is what we are planning to do. Sports, tourism, academics, industry, culture, entertainment, every sector, Tamil Nadu is vibrant, and we can make a dent, or we can give some value addition to BRICS in the long run. So BRICS by themselves, the headquarter either in Brazil or in China, they should be aware that India has got its own big pockets where they are happening. Every state in India has its own role to play in our development. Tamil Nadu should not be left out. Today's seminar, I'm so happy to have all of you here. It gives us a confidence that we can go ahead, move ahead, continue this. We are very new to international relationships, but I have some very good people like Uma Balu. She knows more than 40-50 languages. I know that when she was age of 3-4, her lullaby was in Japanese. She was studying Japanese because of her father, and I know her brother long time back, and that's how we hit upon this. And my secretary, Mr. Sundaravadigar, he is into business from after his college days, and So likewise, such like-minded people we are used to usually meet on occasions. We finally thought we should also take the step. It's in a relay race. So we are going to pass on the baton. Maybe the seed will become a tree sometime. We might not be here to pluck the flower or the fruit or enjoy it, but we have sown the seed. Let it grow.